Edika, Hinabeka, Miaro, Miara, Endo, Miaro, Miara, Ejumedia, Hinabeye, Miaro, Miara, Endo, Miaro, Miara, Obredibo, Hinabebo, Miaro, Miara, Endo, Miaro, Miara. Semi besini fayama miara. Semi miara. Semi besini fayama miara.
Class, you all welcome. Welcome. Today's lesson is titled, If you want to be re-elected without a hassle, finish all your predecessors' projects. Interesting, isn't it? I can see you all laughing. Why is too much laughing, Nana? Oh, really? If you want to be re-elected without a hassle, finish all your predecessors' project. You see, it's very easy to be misled that the very people who voted for you, based on your policies in opposition, will re-elect you based on same as an incumbent. It is. It's very, very, very easy to be misled. That the very people who voted for you based on your policies in opposition will re-elect you based on same as an incumbent. As an incumbent, you are no more assessed based on your policies and projects, by the impact of these policies and projects to serving the needs of the people. You see, because you have a limited time in office, most of your projects may take time for the impact to be felt by the majority of the people before your first term expires. Therefore, it is counterproductive. It is counterproductive to only use new projects and policies in your first term in office to gain legitimacy of the people to be re-elected. It is counterproductive. And in my life as a senior citizen, I have seen aspiring candidates loved and massively won legitimacy of the people to become president and struggle to be re-elected. So what is the magic wand here? What is the magic wand here? The magic wand is to capitalize on the unfinished projects and policies of your predecessor. Complete them as quickly as possible and put them to use to serve the people's needs. And you will be loved and hailed because you are the one who served their needs, not your predecessor. No, not your predecessor. Remember that. The people were already in tune, in agreement with most of the projects and policies of your predecessor. But the objective here for the people is not the project or the policies. No, that is not the objective for the people. It's the impact of these policies and projects to their need. And the one seen serving these needs wins the hearts of the people. Is the one seen serving these needs wins the hearts of the people. Class, let me use these following scenarios to put some clarity on this. In the union of the marriage and the needs of what children, on the average, fathers contribute more than 70% to the needs of children. But you and I know that mothers are appreciated and hailed 70% more than fathers. This is because women are mostly the ones in the front line serving these needs. Classical example is this COVID-19 pandemic. All professional bodies are working tirelessly to help deal with the menace. Engineers manufacturing ventilators like ever before. Scientists having sleepless nights to come out with the vaccines, right? Etc. But the doctors and the nurses are much loved and hailed because they are the ones in the front line serving the needs of the people. Let me give you last example. You see, in the movie industry, the writers, directors, and others working tirelessly to ensure that the needs of the audience are met. But the actors and the actresses are most hailed and loved by the audience than the directors and the writers. This is because the actors and the actresses are the ones in the front line serving the needs of the audience. He who serves the needs of the audience is the one hailed and loved. As an incumbent, the executive of the day, you are the ones in the front line meant to serve the needs of the people. Therefore, you will be assessed based on the impacts and the scope of the impact of policies and projects serving the needs of the people, not necessarily your policies or projects. It's the impact. Of what benefit would it be to the people to have all these infrastructures that are readily not serving the needs of the people? Tell me, of what benefit? So the people are not really looking at the projects. It's the impact of these projects. Let me give you this practical example. In 2012, ex-President Mahama succeeded ex-President Atamels, may his soul rest in peace, in the same party. Ex-President Mahama embarked on a whole lot of projects: hospitals, schools, ambulances, roads, bridges, power plants, etc. You just named them. These, arguably, were unprecedented in the history of Ghana. Right? Unfortunately for him, he did not finish most of these projects to serve the needs of the people before his first term expired. The then executives with the ex-president Mahama touted those projects to gain legitimacy. Unfortunately, ex-president Mahama and the NDC were not re-elected. They lost massively to the opposition. If projects are the sole objective for the electorate, why didn't they re-elect him and the NDC? You see, though projects are the conduits through which the needs of the people will be met, for the people is not necessarily the project. No, not necessarily the project, but the impact of these projects to their needs in a timely manner. And the one serving these needs is hailed and loved. The one serving these needs is adored. President Akufo-Addo succeeded ex-President Mahama, and as usual, to most of the presidents, most of the ex-President Mahama's projects were abandoned. If those projects were completed by President Akufo-Addo, he will be the person in the front line serving the needs of the people, not Mahama. Not Mahama. And the people will not hassle at all as to giving him the nod for his second term. As it stands now, going into this coming election, majority of the people are indecisive. Nana, you are on your own, I told you. You see, I understand with most of the unfinished project of your predecessor, the kickbacks that are supposed to be given to your people were already given out. I understand. I got you there, huh? You're all laughing. All right? But you see, the trick here is human never run out of needs. While completing the project started by your predecessor, start laying the foundation for yours where they are mostly needed. The objective here is to be able to serve the needs of the majority of lives possible before your first term expires. And the projects started by your predecessor are the closest to serving those needs for the impact to be felt before the first term of your office expires. This is what will guarantee your re-election and finish what you started in your second term. Class, you see, there is an adage in our local dialect that it's not those who started the race that we give congratulations to, but those who finish the race. This is what posterity will judge you for and build a monument to honor your name. Monuments are built to honor those who made an impact in the lives of their people, not those who sporadically build projects here and there and amount to nothing. I believe this has been informative to you. Don't forget to make me your advisor when you become the president of the beautiful people of Ghana. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for listening. This is brought to you by CORE, Congress of Reforming Ethics, inspired by your one and only senior citizen. Class, dismissed.
Seni